Good morning, YouTube. Dad with a bike. I got a joke for you. Good little dad joke. How do you catch a polar bear? That's right, a polar bear. It's easy. You cut a hole in the ice and you put some peas around it, and when he goes to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole. My kids love that one. Anyway, let's talk about EDC, everyday carry. So stick around. Alright everybody, so EDC or everyday carry. Now I'm gonna stand up and tell you right now, I am not the most tactical kind of guy. I don't buy all the most expensive, coolest gear and stuff to say that I everyday carry things. The stuff that I use has everything to do with practicality on my person, and given kind of any situation that I may be in or that I have actually been in, and kind of why I chose these items. So in a little bit we're going to peel away to a video where I actually break open my bags, and I'll show you what I carry and why I carry it. And all the bags that I have, or that, you know, that I've got set up, are all for different purposes. Like I don't have 20 bags, I've got just a couple. But you know, we'll take a minute and we'll break it down. But first, I want to talk about why is it important. Well, there's a series of things that you typically would carry on your body every day. You're probably, you know, adhering to some kind of EDC right now. Whether it's your wallet, you know, your keys, you got a pocket knife, whatever the case may be, it's what you're carrying on your person, maybe in your backpack, on your vehicle, every day. And, you know, there's different applications for it, and they all have very different, you know, we all have very different reasons for carrying what we're carrying. But I think it's important, and I think it's one of those things that kind of make sure that you're prepared for what you need every day. Whether it be, you know, like in this bag I've got up here, this little burly bag, I've got a daily toolkit, which means I'm not far away from the house, and anything that's in there I can use to get me back up and running, you know, etc. I have insurance that provides me tows, so I don't have to worry too much about it. But it, you know, there's stuff in there that I've used to actually help other people get on the road. So we'll bust that bag open and we'll talk about it. And then of course you got what I carry on my person, just normal stuff: pocket knife, wallet, phone, keys, blah blah. And then you've got what I carry in my backpack. So, you know, I'm a commuter on my motorcycle, so of course my laptop's in there, but there's a myriad of other things in my backpack that I carry. And we'll bust open that and we'll talk about it. It ranges anywhere from sunglasses to medicine to snacks to medical supplies, tourniquet and whatnot. So anyway, we're going to spin off to a video. We're going to walk through each of these bags, and I'll show you and give you a bit more in-depth reason as to why I carry what I carry, and maybe it'll help you out. So check it out.
Hey everybody, so in this portion of the video we're in my house, and behind me I have a ping pong table, but I've got all my gear laid out. So we're going to walk through all of it. We're going to go from what I actually carry on my bike, and then we'll swing over, we'll talk about what I carry on my person, and then we'll swing over and we'll talk about what I carry actually in the bag that I keep on my back. So we'll walk through this and I'll try to explain it in maybe give you some information onto whether or not I actually use some of this stuff, and if so, kind of how maybe it'll help you. So anyway, as we step through this, remember that all this stuff, it's specific to me. So not everything here is going to fit your needs. You got to think about what you want from an everyday carry perspective, especially when you're on something like a motorcycle where there's limited space, unless you have one of those giant baggers. But I don't, so I have limited space. So everything that I have chosen or that I use is something that I have used at some point in time or multiple times in everyday life. So let's step into it. All right, everybody. So what you see here is everything that I carry on my bike. I use that little bag, which is a burly bag. And it's a nice little bag. It fits pretty well and pretty easily. Or it fits pretty well, pretty easily on my handlebars. So we'll get a little closer. We'll talk about each item. Burly bag, I love it. Like I said, Velcros in really nicely onto the handlebars. I approve. So that's the bag all this crap goes in. So bag over there. Moving on down to some of the most important stuff. Tire change kit. I have used the tire change kit a couple of times, or not tire change kit, but a plug kit. And I've used a plug kit a couple times. Not just for myself, but also for other people. You know, I've come upon other riders that have been off on the side of the road that have had a flat, and I saved them. Masks, because COVID. Multi-tool kit, or multi-tool. So this is a pretty small multi-tool, which I like. It's nice and compact, but it does serve its purpose. I have used this God knows how many times. A very small set of vice grips. So almost every application that I can think of that I've had to use these on for like emergency repairs on the road for myself or whatever, these work pretty well. I used to carry around like a full toolkit, but I don't have the capacity on my bike, and I only do that when I'm traveling for long distances. So something like a vice grip is great because it has more applications than a crescent wrench. It's more of like a multi-tool, emergency kind of get out of jail free kind of tool. One single Allen key. That's a 6mm that fits most of my important bolts that I would think that if they came apart or were to come loose would represent a problem. Earplugs from Earpiece. These are nice. So if you haven't ever seen these guys, check them out. They've got 3 different types of fittings that go inside the earplugs themselves. So check them out. They're kind of cool. And then, let's spin this around. This bad boy right here. Save Your Ride, an emergency clutch cable repair kit. I've not had to use this before, but I have had to use it for other people. So the fact that I've got it is great. It's an emergency clutch cable, so it's not meant to be used for very long. So if you run into a situation, your clutch cable snaps, or somebody else's clutch cable snaps, this will kind of do you in a pinch, at least get you someplace. If you do not have towing packages on your insurance plans. I do, so a lot of the stuff I can just get towed if I need to, but I do carry this because I have helped other people out before. So all this is on the bike. So let's move over to what I actually carry on my person. And we're going to stroll over here to the other side of the table. Now, some of you get offended with some of this. Truly sorry, not meant to. So we'll go by everything. Good old wallet. This is just what's always on my pocket. Nicely decorated by my daughter. She found a Halloween sticker. It's just a Columbia wallet. Nothing special. This is my folding knife. It is Columbia River knife and tool. I love these knives. I love this company. And I also like it because, look at that, I can open beer with it. So, holster for the thing we'll talk about next, which is my personal protection. So it is unloaded, no magazine, and chamber's empty. And I carry the magazine, of course, in, and I do have extra magazine that I carry with me. Whether I carry with it around chambered or not depends on where I'm at, what I'm doing. Not always will this be on my person. It may be in my pocket, and it's like a jacket pocket, or I may have to store it in my bag. So depending on where it goes, round will be chambered, or it won't. So it just really depends on your application. And of course, because we're talking about this as an everyday carry for me, you don't necessarily have to. This is just what I do. Remember to make sure you follow all applicable laws in your state for owning and concealing a firearm. Okay, so this is always on my person. Let's cruise over and we'll talk about what I carry on my back, because there's a lot that I carry on my back. Let me see if I can raise you guys up so you can see everything. A lot of stuff goes in there, but believe it or not, all this stuff I have used or use consistently. So first of all, I'll throw into this bag. I have gone back and forth between this and like a backpack. This is a sling bag. It is big enough to fit a 15 by 11 like size laptop, because I do commute, so the laptop of course goes in this bag. It's got lots of great little pockets. It is very well made. I got it off of Amazon. Oh, I forgot a couple of things that's in there. Throw those over there. It's very well made, lots of pockets, lots of capacity. Sure it's probably made in China, but it is really high quality. Like when I got this, it was inexpensive. It was only like $25. The stitching is done really, really well. So I don't know if it truly is or if it's manufactured here. Who knows? But I go through these bags pretty often, because I also like give these away to people that are like, oh, that bag's awesome. I was like, oh, take this one. I'll get another one. So then let's go through what else I carry. This is a tourniquet. And yes, sadly, I have had to use a tourniquet before. I've stumbled across accidents where needed to apply first aid because paramedics, EMTs have not made it there yet. And there have been situations where I have had to use a tourniquet. Neck gaiter, because depending on where I'm at, what I'm doing, if I don't have the masks or whatever, I can always reach in there and pull out my neck gaiter. Plus, I wear a neck gaiter quite often when I'm riding. Then we slide on over. My good old pair of Oakleys. I have a power bank for charging, and of course, a USB-C charging cable, which is great because my phone is USB-C. GoPro's USB-C, so bueno. And then we have my little Booboo Kit. So it's just a simple little all-purpose first aid kit, but I put some other stuff in here. So it's got Band-Aids and bandages and antiseptic and et cetera, but it also has like headache medicine, tummy medicine, and allergy medicine in here. So we're cruising on over. A headlamp, because there has been multiple times where I've had to use a headlamp for things, as well as the other piece, which is like a flashlight. Headlamp is great. Flashlight is great. Having both is great. So let's slide on down. We'll talk about this stuff. So another multi-tool. I like this one. This is a really, really tiny, it's the Dive from Gerber. It is a great tiny little multi-tool. And looky there. I can open beer with it, which is important. And yes, I have opened beer with that and with my knife. So see, practical use. Snack bag, which is just some protein bars and some yummy gummy snacks. A package of Pear 550 cord. I go through Pear 550 cord like it's going out of style, but I always keep one of these in, and it does have tons and tons of practical uses. I choose this a lot of times over zip ties, just because it's there, and I don't want to carry around a whole bunch of bags of zip ties because they disappear very quickly in my household. Everybody likes to use my zip ties. Up here I've got my notepad and a pen, because like I said, I do use this for work, so this is my notebook and pen for work. And my bathroom kit, because I'm not a heathen and I will brush my teeth and make sure I don't stink and stuff. And I wear contacts, so I carry this with me in case something goes wonky with my contacts or something's wrong with my eyes. I can take my contacts out. Chapstick. But so that's generally it. So Zoom out a little bit here. Stuff I carry on my back. Come back over here. Stuff I carry on my person. And then back over here. Stuff I carry on the bike. So we'll switch back, break this down, and then we'll move on.
All right, everybody. Well, I hope that was helpful. I hope it kind of broke down, you know, some around what I carry, why I carry it. Maybe it helps you think about what it is that you want to carry, or it didn't help you at all and you just like looking at stuff that someone like me would carry on them every day. Regardless, I hope you found it helpful. I hope you found it useful. And if you did, do me a solid, hit that like, subscribe, notify thing, and you know, we'll see you on the next video. And y'all be safe. Y'all be nice to one another. But we all really need it these days. And be safe. Above all, be safe. Peace.